Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at some pretty awesome AI projects and tools, ones with the potential to really make a difference. We've got video understanding, synthetic data, easier AI model training, all pulled from the latest buzz on Discord, Reddit, Twitter, even some familiar names like Meta, Google, OpenAI are making waves.
It really is inspiring, seeing these advancements go from just possibilities to actual solutions, ones with a real social impact.
Absolutely. All right, so let's jump right in. First up, we've got Meta's Apollo project. This one's taken video understanding to a whole new level.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking a family of large multimodal models, basically AI that can understand different types of data together, like visuals and audio.
And what's really impressive is their 7B model. This thing can analyze a whole hour-long video. That's a massive leap forward in how AI processes complex visual information.
An hour-long video, that's honestly longer than my attention span sometimes. But seriously, think about what this means. Apollo can be run locally, so smaller organizations, even individuals could use this powerful video analysis tech. What kind of impact could that have?
Well, imagine you've got a surgeon using Apollo to analyze their technique. They're getting real-time feedback to improve their skills, leading to better outcomes for
Oh,
patients.
wow.
Or think about accessibility for people who are visually impaired. AI could automatically create super detailed descriptions of what's happening in a video, making it way easier to understand the world around them.
Yeah, that's using AI for good right there. Makes you think about all the possibilities. And get this, Meta also developed Apollo Bench. That's a tool that speeds up the evaluation of video AI models by, wait for it, 41 times. So we're talking faster development, faster deployment of these tools that can really make a difference.
Clearly, they're not just focused on making AI more powerful, but also making it more accessible and efficient.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got Meta focused on video understanding. Let's switch gears to something completely different, but equally impactful. Hugging Face's synthetic data generator.
Oh, this one's cool.
It might not sound as flashy, but it has the potential to be a total game changer, especially where data is hard to come by.
Yeah, you gotta have data to train these AI models, but getting those large, diverse data sets, that can be a huge hurdle, especially for specific fields or anything where privacy is a concern.
Exactly. Like, think about developing AI for diagnosing rare diseases. You've got a very limited number of patients, as the data is really limited.
Right, and that's where synthetic data steps in. With Hugging Face's tool, anyone can create these synthetic data sets using just natural language prompts. Like, say you need data on a specific medical scan for some rare condition. You could literally describe the scan, the features you need to the tool, and it generates a synthetic data set. It's like mimicking the real data so you can train your AI model.
Wow. So it's like AI creating data out of thin air.
Pretty much.
That's incredible. Think about how this could speed up research in fields that often get overlooked because there's just not enough data. And it's open source under Apache 2.0 license, so it's free to use and modify. What else makes this tool stand out?
Well, you can host it locally, you can swap out models. It even works with OpenAI APIs. It really shows how collaborative the AI community is, sharing tools to solve these tough challenges and make real progress.
Absolutely. Speaking of pushing boundaries, let's talk about Google DeepMind and their newest creation, VO2. This is a video generation model that takes realism to a whole new level.
We're talking 4K resolution videos, amazing physics simulation, and camera control. It has the potential to create content that's basically indistinguishable from reality. Filmmakers, game developers, even educational content. The possibilities are huge.
I can already imagine history documentaries where you can walk through ancient cities, science lessons where you explore the human body in 3D, all generated by AI.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, but we also have to think about the responsible use of this kind of powerful tech. How do we make sure that level of realism isn't used to create misleading or harmful content?
It's a good reminder that with all this potential, we need to be mindful of the pitfalls. We need those conversations about ethics and responsible development.
Absolutely. It's a balance, and the AI community is becoming more and more aware of this, actively engaging with these issues.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, moving on from visuals to something a little closer to home. OpenAI's just made ChatGPT search globally available to all logged-in users.
This is a big step towards a more interactive, intuitive search experience, all powered by AI. Imagine being able to have a conversation with a search engine, refining your searches, getting those personalized results.
And they've added some cool features too. Advanced voice search, map integration. Imagine someone who's visually impaired searching the web, using their voice, and having the results read back to them. Or someone in a remote area with limited internet, accessing crucial information through these simplified map-based interfaces. It's using AI to bridge digital divides.
Really opens up a whole new world of possibilities for making information access more equitable and accessible to everyone.
And talking about access, there's been some buzz on the OpenAI Discord servers about a possible high-end ChatGPT tier with a $2,000 per month price tag. Makes you wonder what kind of mind-blowing features they're working on for that price.
It seems like OpenAI is exploring different levels of access and functionality, catering to everyone from individuals to big organizations.
Makes sense. All right, let's dive into our final topic for this part of the deep dive. This one's a bit more technical, but it has huge implications for social impact. We're talking about differentiable adaptive merging, DAM, for
Well,
short.
yeah, this is a really clever way to combine different AI models without having to retrain them from scratch.
So instead of building a whole new model for each task, you can basically combine existing models, kind of like Lego bricks, to create this specialized tool.
Perfect analogy. And what's really cool is that it could significantly reduce the resources needed to develop these specialized AI tools. So nonprofits, smaller research teams, anyone tackling social issues with limited funding could benefit from this.
That's a powerful concept. Can you give us an example of how this could be used for a real-world problem?
Sure. Imagine a small organization working on wildlife conservation. They could use DAM to combine an existing model that identifies animal species from images with another that predicts migration patterns. They'd have a tool that predicts where endangered animals are likely to be, focusing conservation efforts more effectively.
That's amazing. Really shows how DAM can make AI development more accessible, allowing organizations of all sizes to create these powerful tools for good.
And it goes beyond just combining models. There's this growing trend of model souping, where you basically average the outputs from multiple models. It's a surprisingly simple technique, but it can be very effective. It shows a shift towards more collaborative, resourceful approaches in AI development.
So it's not just about bigger, better models, but also about using what we have in smarter ways, working together for maximum impact.
Exactly. And that's what's really exciting to see happening in the AI world right now.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive. Video understanding, synthetic data, model merging. AI is clearly evolving quickly, becoming more accessible and applicable to real-world issues.
It's a dynamic field full of possibilities, and it's great to see these advancements being used to tackle important social challenges.
We'll be back in a bit to explore even more exciting developments in the world of AI. Stay tuned.
And it's not just the big tech companies either. It's amazing to see how much innovation is coming from independent developers and researchers too.
It's like AI for everyone.
Right.
Right. Those tools and resources are becoming more accessible so anyone can contribute.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another exciting development. This one's been making the rounds on the Discord servers. Have you heard about Noose Research?
News research. Yeah.
They're doing some really interesting work with open source AI models, especially for code generation.
I saw that. Code Straw. Right. Cool name.
Yeah, Mistral Code Straw.
So what makes this one stand out? Is it just another code generator or is there something more to it?
Well, it's designed to be really efficient and customizable, so you can use it for all sorts of coding tasks. But what's really interesting is how they're encouraging community involvement. They've made all the code, the training data, everything publicly available, so developers can contribute, modify, even create their own specialized versions.
That's the power of open source, right? It's like a giant brainstorming session, everyone working together to create something amazing.
Exactly. And it's not just about the code itself. It's about the knowledge and insights that get shared along the way. By making the whole development process transparent, Noose Research is helping everyone understand how these models work, how to use them effectively.
It's like they're building a community around AI, bringing together enthusiasts and experts to push the boundaries. You know, we've talked about a lot today, from Meta's video AI to Google's premium services to open source initiatives like Unsloth and this Noose Research. The AI landscape is huge, and it's changing so fast. But if you had to pick one key takeaway for our listeners, what would it be?
That's a good question. I think the most important thing to remember is that AI isn't some distant concept anymore, some sci-fi fantasy. It's here, it's now, and it's rapidly becoming a part of everything we do.
That's true. And as AI becomes more and more a part of our lives, we need to approach it with curiosity, but also with critical thinking. We need to understand how it works, the potential benefits and risks, and how to ensure it's used ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely. It's not enough to just be amazed by the latest AI developments. We need to have those tough conversations about what it all means for society, for the economy, for the future. We need to ask questions, challenge assumptions, and demand transparency from the people developing these powerful tools.
I completely agree. It's a call to action for everyone. We can't just sit back and watch this AI revolution unfold. We need to be active participants, shaping the future of AI in a way that aligns with our values, that benefits everyone. So, to our listeners, stay curious, stay informed, and never stop asking questions. The future of AI is in our hands. Until next time, keep diving deep.
And we're back, ready to wrap up this deep dive into all these amazing AI projects. It's really great to see so much focus on making AI work for everybody.
Yeah, it's definitely a change from the early days when it felt like everything was happening behind closed doors in those big tech companies. Now there's this real push for democratization with open source tools and collaboration. It's empowering individuals and smaller organizations to make a real impact. You said it. Remember earlier when we were talking about Meta's Apollo project? Pushing the limits of video understanding. Making that tech accessible could be huge for fields like medicine education.
Right. And then there's Hugging Face's synthetic data generator. That's such a great example of how to overcome data limitations. The things that often hold back progress in important areas like rare disease research or social science. Now we can generate synthetic data, train AI models, even when real world data is scarce.
And don't forget about unsloth. I mean, training a large language model on a gaming PC, that's just wild to think about.
The efficiency gains we're seeing with techniques like QLR are incredible. Basically, you're compressing the model during training, so you need way less memory and processing power. It's like you don't need a giant supercomputer anymore. You can train a powerful AI right on your desktop.
Mind-blowing for sure.
Yeah.
Really opens things up for AI development. But then even once you've trained a model, you got to figure out how to actually use it, right? That's where tools like Cursor IDE and Bolt come in.
Exactly. Cursor IDE is kind of like having an AI coding partner. It understands what you're trying to do, suggests code, even helps you debug. Great tool for anyone, from experienced developers to beginners.
So it's making coding more efficient, more accessible, which means faster development of AI solutions.
Oh.
And then Bolt takes a totally different approach.
Oh, yeah. Bolt's all about visual programming.
Hmm.
It's like you connect different modules together to build your AI applications, like building with Legos. You don't even need to know how to code, which is super empowering for folks who maybe don't have that traditional programming background.
Totally. I can see teachers using it to create educational games, artists building AI art installations, community organizers developing tools for engagement. It really opens up the possibilities for everyone.
It's awesome to see these tools giving rise to a whole new generation of AI creators and innovators.
And then we've got Noose Research, doing some fantastic work with open source models, especially for code generation. Their Mistral Code-Estral model, with that focus on community involvement and transparency, it just shows you the collaborative spirit that's driving AI forward.
That open source movement is playing such a crucial role in making AI more accessible, understandable, and beneficial for everyone.
Well, it's been a real journey exploring all these projects. We've seen how AI is being used to understand videos, generate data, create realistic content, make coding easier, empower people to build their own AI applications.
And remember, this is just a glimpse into what's happening in the world of AI. New breakthroughs, new innovations are popping up all the time. This field is moving fast.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? It means that the future of AI isn't something that's just happening to you. You can be a part of it.
Exactly. Whether you want to learn more about AI, play around with new tools, even contribute to open source projects, there are so many ways to get involved.
And as you explore this world, remember to approach it with both that curiosity and a critical eye. Ask questions, challenge assumptions, and always think about the ethical implications. These are powerful technologies after all.
The future of AI is being shaped right now. It's up to all of us to make sure it's a future that benefits everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Remember to keep exploring, keep learning, keep pushing the boundaries. Until next time, keep diving deep.